cult of personality. The cult of personality. The cult of personality.
Welcome back to the Cult of Personality podcast, hosted by yours truly, once again, Mikeymcchoppa. And with us today is a very special face, a returning face from way back when, episode I barely remember. Welcome back, Sandwich Boi.
Yo, what the fuck is up, man? It's actually like surreal to be here. I'm not gonna lie,
bro. It's surreal for this to finally happen because we talked on fucking 2 years ago when we did that one at Pirate Studios or whatever, way back when I was like this small little McChipple. And yo, bro, you came through and you told us a lot about you, and like it was dope, and I barely remember it. And now I'm excited to dive less into like personal shit and talk about Sandwich Boi, talk about the whole, the trademark, the name, the image, the aura. It's gang. So how you been? How you been?
Dude, I've been better than I thought I would be at this time in my life.
Real shit.
Like, when I think back, like, even when we first had the podcast,
right?
I couldn't imagine this is where I would have been through this artistic journey. It's been, it's pretty weird, but pretty cool, too. All the folks back home, never stop believing in yourself.
Hell yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Honestly, like every time, like I don't know. I was just telling you before we recorded this, like the last episode I did a week ago for you guys. We had the Trumpster on, and like it's actually so like I guess weird or surreal to like catch up with people after fucking 2 years. Like, because it not only is it like, oh my god, 2 years is like a long time, and like how much has been going on in your life, but also like it's surreal to like realize that the pod has been going on for this long, and like enough time has passed that it's like, hey, like what crazy life changes are going on with you, you know?
What number episode is this?
This is episode 4 of season 7.
Oh, shit.
I don't even know what season the other one that we did was or anything like that. I want to say it was like season 3 or season 2. So we made it a long way.
No, facts, man. We still here. I think your cat is humping my bag. Nice. Now let him get at it.
Oh, no, it's all right. She's rubbing. No humping. Cheech is in heat right now, everybody. Poor Cheech. But
when your cat's in the spot.
What was I gonna say? But with the last 2 years and shit, what have you been working on, like musically? What have you been working on, like in general? Like, just catch me up, pretty much.
I've dropped a lot since we met. I dropped 2 EPs, probably like 30 tracks on SoundCloud, maybe
shit.
more. And now I have my first mixtape in the works. WOK Dreams dropping in April.
WOK Dreams. So. You know what? Talk about that with WOK Dreams. Talk about like WOK Boi and like this whole like alias and like idea concept.
Dude, now I just been trying to be more than I am. Like, I feel like Sandwich Boi has become the new norm for me. So
right.
I'm like, all right, how could I challenge myself and push myself to go unlock whatever else is out there in the corners of my mind? And I came to WOK on just like, I feel like WOK is me trying to be the highest version of myself possible.
Right.
You know? So WOK Boi is all right. He's just trying to be as high as he can. Now, WOK Dreams is me dreaming the shit that I want. Like, this is a live action manifestation of how I'm trying to carry myself.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just like, I've just been real involved in just like lucid dreaming and just the whole psychedelic experience. Just like, yo, you are like, we're all just vibrating at certain wavelengths.
Oh yeah.
I guess I'm trying to just increase my vibration. You know, that's really what WOK is. Just about being your highest self, getting as high as you can. That's an optional freaking, thing. But because actually on the tape, it is low key, kind of like a PSA for drugs.
Yeah.
I'll never tell anyone to do drugs or not to do drugs.
Right.
But I'll paint my experience and hope you could take that away from you. You could take away from that whatever you will.
Real
you know
shit.
What I mean.
Real shit.
Do drugs.
Do drugs.
They feel pretty great when you do them the right way.
Real shit. Excuse me. All right. So with WOK Boi, it's like this, like you've been going through like this psychedelic journey, a spiritual journey, and now it's manifesting into your art. What do we expect? What are we expecting from WOK Dreams? Excuse me.
Really, just trying to do everything on. I'm trying to give people the real life experience, because a lot of this now, when the tape drops, I have some live shows planned.
Right.
It's gonna be very interactive, very community focused.
Hell yeah.
And just super like, yo, you're in the room with me, and we're out here just like doing this thing, like
We're on the same vibration.
We're on the same vibration, exactly. Like, I just want a tape that, like, yo, I realized people are only gonna give a fuck about what you got going on if you give a fuck about what you going on.
Right.
So I'm giving like 10,000 fucks about this. So someone could give at least like 10 fucks about it. You know what I mean? I don't know how that fuck ratio works, but like, I don't think my math is that off.
My division's there. Yo, that's hilarious.
You know, with this tape, I just been trying to just paint a world and like just being myself at the same time. I don't know, it's been kind of like weird.
Do you feel like there was like a lack of authenticity before ever in your work that you need to like step on this, or do you feel like you're just stepping more into your authenticity?
I feel like when I started Sandwch Boi, it was more just like, all right, this is a persona that I could put on and like take off.
Right.
But then like, you know, as shit goes on, when you start doing shit more and more, it bleeds into your real personality.
Right.
So it just started being like, all right, as much as like this is a character, this is still me under the mask at the end of the day. Matter of fact, guys, live mask reveal. No, I'm kidding.
Yo, I was like suspense for like a half a second till I'm like,
oh my god,
holy
he's
shit.
Black. No. Cat's out the bag. But nah, yeah, I feel like I just been more like, this is still I don't know. Sandwch Boi Loki started as a troll. It was a whole big troll of a SoundCloud rap.
Yeah.
But like, it just started getting like fake. I'm a very sincere person.
Yeah.
So even when I troll, I still have to keep it real.
Real
so
shit.
like, he's just been like a real troll kind of guy.
He's stepping out of his troll arc as a troll.
You know, and now I'm just in my freaking like sincere arc now, guys.
It's like Comethazine stepping into his Jimi Hendrix era.
Yeah, that's such a crazy, like, I respect it. Because even then, that's just like, yo, he's allowed to do that. Like,
Anyone's allowed to do that.
you know, you don't have to stay. Even really, like, this whole thing I'm into, I'm really about to say goodbye to this whole persona that I started. Because I feel like moving forward, I just have so much more else to say with Sandwch Boi. Like, I feel like I peeped, he has more to say than what I've been showcasing. So I just kind of want to just kind of dive into that after the tape.
Hell yeah. How many tracks do you think are going to be on tape?
Oh, dude, tape is done.
Tape is done. How many tracks on a tape?
Seven tracks.
7-track tape.
You know, a lot of beat switches. Executive produced by my boy, our mutual boy, Master Phil.
Shout out Master Phil.
Shout out the freaking GOAT. I recorded my first song with dude, bro.
How was that?
Like, dude, that was a crazy time because I knew he did music. I was like, bro, I'm trying to set up the home stew. It was fucking ass. He's like, yo, just pull it to my crib and record something. I was like, all right. Pull it to his crib, record that song. Literally that night, dropped it on SoundCloud. From then on there, we just been fucking locked in.
On some walk shit.
I've been making this tape for like the better part of like 2024, probably like since May. I just really wrapped it up like around November last year. Been pretty cool. I got this is my first tape where I'm doing like features and really just trying to make it as like expansive, you know?
Yeah.
It's been cool.
And you're gonna do like videos and shit for that, I assume?
Hey man, I'm shooting that first one tomorrow.
Yes, sir. We were talking about that. So when it comes to like visuals for this project, because even like with like snippets you post or like fan mail or anything like that, like you put a lot of like editing and like effort into these things, you know? So with the visuals, like what are you aiming for in the sense of like, you know, what do you want it to look like? Are you like, you know, like is there like a storyline or a concept or just what do you got going on for that?
Yo, now I have dropped a good amount of music videos where like they were super DIY, super like the last shit I dropped for me personally was way back in 2023 was my last music video. I told my boy, yo, we're not going to do music videos again until I know I can make the cleanest one possible.
Right.
So I feel like now our skills are at a level where it's like, yo, we could make a super clean music video. I feel like I'm trying to step into a more polished, but still grounded kind of vibe. Mm-hmm. This next shit I'm about to shoot is just gonna be like trippy, kind of be super cool. Like I feel like I just want the type of shit where you look at the screen, just like, yeah, this is sex. this is art. This is some shit that I needed to watch. You know what I mean? Like it's super clean. I don't want to be like, oh, you know, he's just an underground rap nigga, which I am. But like, yo, I feel like I take my visuals very seriously. Yeah, you want to put like a stamp on it, like officialize it, you know? Like I'm a threat. I'm a shark prowling the fucking horizon. You see me. I'm so grateful too that I actually have like people in my life that really like believe in me and really like pull up to support the vision, because we're all trying to work on our craft. So just to even be that like I guess that like I don't know what word I'm looking for, but just the fact that we all kind of merge on what I'm doing to help build up our crafts has just been really cool to like experience.
Yeah, I think it's like a collaborative effort that really benefits everybody involved. And I think what it is too is because you're like, oh, like I'm grateful for everyone who like believes in me, but I think they see, and I know I see it, like whenever I see your stuff or like whenever your stuff pops up on my feed, it's like this is a creativity that can't be replicated, you know? It's like no matter like what quality or whatever you think anything is, it's like creativity is creativity. Game is game. You feel me? Like that's it.
There's time. Sorry, can we cut you off? I peeped. I was like, you know what? I should have a crazy story after this, a wild story that I didn't even think I was gonna tell today.
Oh yeah.
I just remembered it. But like being weird is really half the game, man. Like even Sandwich Boi, like even coming into the game with that, like I just now started to really get flowers just off of like, oh yo, Sandwich, that's a tough name, bro. 2 weeks ago, right? My boy has a birthday party at this venue, whatever shit. I pull up, you know, it's lit, it's cool, whatever. My other boy, Azel Slides, he's like, yo, his other boy, so many boys. His other friend has a studio in the city. He's like, yo, let's go over there just to, you know, parlay. Yeah. I've been saying parlay a lot. I like that. Love it.
I like that.
Just parlay.
Hit that parlay.
Yeah, I mean, just like I'm chilling. I also, another side note, I'm going to be having a lot of side notes throughout this shit.
Hell yeah.
I want to get into gambling. I don't know, is that crazy?
No, I don't think that's crazy.
Gambling gives me the most FOMO ever because they post like, 50 beans and I made like $1,000.
Yeah.
Fuck. Like,
it really depends on how you're gambling, because when people hit like on a parlay on like a sports game or something, I'm like, all right, cool. Like that's really like luck for real. Like that's taking a chance. It's like flipping a coin. But when it comes to like casino, like slots or blackjack or anything like that, I be getting FOMO too. It's like, damn, you just walked in there with $50 and stepped out with a stack right now over cards. I could play blackjack. Pause me at 15.
I want to take like the light bets. Like, all right, you know, LeBron's gonna make a dunk, like one dunk during the game, like, you know, something calm.
Yo, my DraftKings is gonna be fucking commas, and it's just gonna be
just calm shit. Like,
calm shit.
LeBron takes a sip out of a blue Gatorade at like the fourth quarter. Like, I don't know. But yeah, so whatever, we're parlaying there. We pull up, bro. We wait at the elevator. Guess who comes out that elevator, bro? I'm gonna tell you. This nigga BUSTA Rhymes, bro.
Oh,
comes out
shit.
the elevator. The thing about me, I hardly have any run-ins with celebrities, to be honest. And when I do, I just do the calm, like, yeah, I give them their flowers. Yeah. I see him walk out with his guys. I'm like, yo, you're the GOAT. Thank you. This nigga daps me up. He's like, what's your name? I'm like, Sandwich Boi. Like, I don't say Sandwich Boi. I say Sandwich. And like, he's like, yo, why they call you Sandwich? I'm like, I got layers. And yo, bro, I said, nah. I said, I got layers type shit. This nigga daps me up. He's like, type shit. And you were just fucking like, just saying like, yo, I fuck with that. The youth in New York, they need to be more themselves, man. You know what I mean? You seem like a real cool cat, whatever shit. Just like, I feel like the whole shit with that. And then, yo, someone from his camp took down my number. And
gang,
like,
that's dope.
The whole thing with that was just like, after all this shit, I feel like I received more shit of being called Sandwich. Not shit, but just like, you know, like, sandwich with that.
Like flack.
Yeah. And I have like an OG in the game. Yeah. Really like fuck with it. It was
BUSTA,
like,
bro.
Bro,
and
like,
I feel like you and BUSTA Rhymes come from like a similar cloth of creativity. Like, you ever watch BUSTA Rhymes music videos, bro? His videos are fucking sick.
Wild, bro.
Yo, bro, that's fucking
huge
dope as
inspiration,
shit,
bro.
Hell yeah.
Flip that. yeah. That was just crazy in terms of just like, wow, like it was a cool moment to have, just to kind of be like recognized, or at least just like, oh, like you get it, like, you know what I mean? And you happen to be fucking like a real OG in this shit, like really deep in the game, and you get it. So I was like, all right, like
those moments are real rewarding. Like when you feel like you, like, I don't know, like there's so many times too, like whether it's like podcasts or music too, it's like you feel like you're like not doing enough, or you ain't doing shit, or you're just like, oh, I'm kind of whatever, I'm kind of just here. And then, like, you talk to whomever, like, you know, like, I don't know, like, I be keeping in touch with, like, people that I listened to when I was 14, and they'll be like, yo, bro, like, you doing something dope with the podcast, or, like, even me landing an interview with, like, Fishnark. It's like, these are the things that are like, oh, shit, like, I'm doing something, you know?
Dude, and that's really the main point. You're doing something, bro. No one could, like, you have talked to artist after artist. You let them have a safe space to say their piece, to just talk about what they want to talk about, and really kind of lose themselves in their artistry. Because we spend more often than not time thinking like, no one gives a shit.
Yeah.
about what we're doing.
Right.
You know, especially when you're freaking alone right before you go to sleep. You're just like, yo, what the fuck am I doing right now? So just to have someone be like, yo, pull up and talk. Like, I want to hear about what you're doing. It means a lot, bro. I'm gonna say that.
Thank you, bro. And
You know what I mean?
thank you, bro. I think it's like, and it's just such a dope thing. Like, I really just like, I always say it on the pod, but like, I do this for community and I do it for X, Y, and Z, but I also do it very selfishly because it's like, I just like talking to people and hearing cool shit, like cool stories, you know? I'm gonna start bringing like beers on the pod or something, just real kick back, make it a real chill vibe, you know?
Type shit. I'm not gonna lie, and like, I asked you this before the pod. I attempted to go on a tolerance break till April. I don't go on tolerance breaks often.
Right.
But when I do, I'm like, all right, it's calm. Let me just lock it.
Right.
January was shaky, where I was kind of in the mode. I was like, all right, on Saturdays when the week is done, I'll hit a spliff for the one time. I'll try to be no spliffing it. I'm like, all right, you know, occasions like this, I'm on the pod with my boy Mikey. You know, we might smoke a fucking fat one after this. Stamp it. But freaking, like, dude, it's weird. I always try to, like, especially, like, my whole brand has been geeking.
Yeah.
It's been, oh, he's a geeker. He's been, like, you know what I mean? And yes, it's geeked off life, but it's also geeked off multiple drugs, too. But, like, hey, man, sometimes you just gotta know yourself, man. It's nothing wrong to say you don't want to get high. I don't think that's, like, a nerd shit.
You should have came out with the Dare t-shirt, like Sandwich Boi mask, Dare t-shirt. Like, it's like I'm on a new vibe.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I might get into that in terms of just like nothing too. I never want to be preachy with my message.
Right.
I always just kind of want to tell niggas like, this is what I think about the world.
Right.
But
100%.
You people on my page, I try to keep Sandwich Boi very neutral on the Sandwich Boi page. I won't get into my other shit. I like saying my piece.
Hell yeah.
You know how the world is.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, I was having that same train of thought the other day. I was like, you know, I don't like to come off preachy, and I know I do a lot, and I don't like to come off like that, but I think it's like unnecessary, especially like, I don't know. I realize like some of the best artists are like preachy types, you know, like Bob Marley. Like, you know, I'm like, he's a preachy motherfucker. Every song he's saying is like speaking out about something to someone, you know? It's not like about me right now in this moment, you know? So I'm like, maybe we need more preachy people.
Yo, there's nothing wrong with giving a fuck about something. Like,
real shit.
You know, we make it seem so like, oh my gosh, why do you care about that so much? Right? Blah blah. It's like, bro, like, this is a real thing in the world. Like, yeah, I give a fuck. Like, if I ain't give a fuck, then what am I doing then? I'm just here in this world, just not like aware. Like, I don't know.
No, 100%, you know, because like, what the fuck is this, the nonchalant Olympics? It's like everyone's like, who can give less of a fuck more about everything, you know? It's like, yeah, whatever. Real shit.
It's cool though. I feel like I'm kind of waiting until my platform is super like, I don't know. I feel like the point where I'm at now, I'm giving people what they want. I'm giving them freaking I don't want to say brain rot. I don't think my fan mails. I actually want to see, how have you been perceiving my fan mails? I've dropped 15 fan mails, by the way.
I've been meaning to ask. My first question is literally, how have you done so many?
Oh, yeah.
Like, how have you gotten so much fan mail?
2 words. Batch content.
That's gangster. And so, like, you got to talk to me about that, because I'm like, that word falls on, like, deaf ears right now, like, batch content. Okay. Dude. But, like, you've been doing really well. Like, I really enjoy them. They're really funny. And, like, again, that's why I said, like, even with, like, your skits or, like, any promo, it's like you put a lot of effort into just, like, the editing and the style of it all.
Yeah, but shout out my boy Higos, man. I knew this dude since elementary school.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? He started taking flicks with me. Then we started shooting videos. Now we're just curating, like, just mad shit. It's actually been pretty cool. But I shoot at his crib. Really, it just started because I just been getting, like, weird questions on my IG. Yeah. And that's the thing. I attract weirdos on my fan base. Anyone I call stans, all 12 of them are weirdos. They're weird people. I fuck with them. They know that. But they're weird people. But it started as that. And then, like, you know, I post a couple times, send me fan mail or whatever shit. And, hey, man, I'm not going to lie. It's been pretty cool that I got, like, some I kind of, you know, you peeped. I don't really answer the question half the time. Yeah. They really get at me on that. But it's just, like, it's been a cool thing. We pull up. We shoot like 5, 6 a day. We did that for, like, 3 days in December. Because my main thing, I was like, one thing I haven't done yet ever was drop every day or have like something to drop every day.
Right.
I was like, that what separates I feel like there's just tiers to this shit. It's
Right.
like I feel like there's certain things I have to do to get where I want to be at. I don't think I'm gonna get where I want to be at if I'm not dropping content every day. For me
Right.
personally, for how I'm trying to freak the game, I feel like daily content is just some shit I should just have down packed. Like I should just flex that muscle for the one time.
100%. I feel like when it comes to like people who like do content along with their music, like you got to be careful, Cheech. She's about to take over the whole interface. There we go. But when it comes to stuff like that, it's like it shows like a different level of dedication. And I've always bitched and complained about like, oh, Instagram Reels or TikTok or da-da-da. And it's because like I've never been good at that kind of content. But the people who can do content for their music, I always realize that it like sets the line between like I'm doing this as like a hobby and I'm like taking this serious. Like this is my livelihood, you know? It's like I realize that the people doing the content to promote their shit or like any content in general alongside their music, it's like this is my life and I want to fucking succeed, you know? It's not like, oh, I have a 9 to 5 and this is what I'm doing on the side, you know? It's like dedication for real.
Yeah, man. I feel like it's all just about, even this too was like, I knew all this fan mail is super niche. It's me talking on a couch. There's no like, it's like, there's no like audience retention. I'm not really too worried about it. Like, so it's all just super like, if you see this, then you know what's up. Like, it's really, I'm just flexing that muscle more than anything. Like, I never really think, oh yeah, this is gonna go viral. This is gonna whatever. I feel like I know I have a select few weirdos that fuck with my shit. And like so far they've been liking it, so that's as far as I take it. I'm like, I guess I'm doing good. Like secret too is I don't look at even now I don't know how many likes or comments. I do respond to comments, but I don't know how many likes or whatever shit most of these fan mails get. I post TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and I just go about my day. I actually baited. I was supposed to post 5:30, but I have a little exception. I'll freaking I gotta start scheduling them.
Exception for the cult podcast.
You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Of course. But yeah, like I have like 7 left. I really just wanted to post every day in January. That was just my thing. I was like, yo, I just have to show niggas what's up. We began to like the memes too. I love a void meme.
Yeah.
I feel like if I wasn't dropping music, I'll just be a void memer. Like, because Sandwich Boi started as a Finsta. It was my like / my meme page. I wouldn't really call it Finsta. It was just like a meme page I had. Yeah. And it was just like a troll kind of thing.
I think that'll get us like honestly into the trademark question of everything.
Yeah.
Sandwich Boi.
Here we go.
The name, the image, the aura, and the energy. How did it start? How do we get to this very moment? And everything in between. The whole origin story.
Yo, the name. It's so funny because like I came up with Sandwich Boi in such a I wish it was like a cool classic story, but yo, it was a freestyle. At like we were freestyling with my boys. I was like, yo, like I'm Sandwich Boi. I started just freaking like troll rapping about sandwich shit. Yeah. And when it came time to rap, yo, in another universe, in like a terrible alternate universe, my rap name was gonna be J Stop.
Why?
Dude, because my name starts with J, and then stop. I already know, like just stop. J Stop. Like that was the hardest shit I could.
It's like a fax.
You know, like J Stop on the track. Like yo, this is what I really been. J Stop right here, guys. Like you guys consider yourselves lucky. But yeah, it just stuck. I was like, all right. I just wanted something like Sandwich was the only shit where I knew for the most part I still have not to this day ran into another Sandwich artist wise or like anyone calling themselves Sandwich. So I'm like, all right.
Pretty good.
Pretty cool.
Did you think so you thought you would run into someone named Sandwich or you thought you wouldn't?
I thought I wouldn't. I was like, this is the only name where I could think. And, like, it was so hard coming up with a name. Because I was like, yo, like, I don't know. I don't want to do anything with little. Right. I don't want to do anything that was too much a thing. Right. Like, I was thinking, at one point, I was thinking Tank Boy.
Oh, that's kind of gangster. I like that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, get out of my cup, Cheech.
Get out of here, Cheechy.
I was thinking, freaking Tank Boy. I was thinking, like, WOK it came later. Even now, I switch aliases like a drop of a hat. I was Sprite Boy at one point. I was Plug Boy is something I got cooking up. Freaking what else? Soda Boy.
And these would these just be different names or different personalities or different projects or like they kind of just are like one-offs?
It's like one-off vibes that I'm feeling. Like yo, I feel like Sprite Boy. I dropped a pack, Sprite Boy pack on SoundCloud. Just like I was on some lemon lime shit. You know what I mean? Like it just makes sense in my head. I was like, yo, I want to be on some lemon lime shit right now. Like I don't know.
Spruce it up.
Like, spruce it up. Sandwich Boy would always be who I am.
Right.
But it's like this whole shit I'm doing is just me. This is how I express myself musically, bro. Like
right.
I feel like even on some shit, I would want to come back on the podcast unmasked. And I feel like it's a whole other shit I got going on with that too.
Yeah.
Because I like you only have musicians on the pod for the most part.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think I've ever had anybody other that wasn't music oriented in some way. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes I care too much about the distinction.
I mean, yeah, nah. It's weird because you know what? Like, it's a distinction that has to be like acknowledged because in my whole time podcasting, like I've wanted to interview people outside of music, but because I'm so like because that's what I've established myself as, it's like all I attract. So even like though there's like not much of a distinction between like videographer and musician and whatever, there really is because music culture is like music culture. I've had like maybe a couple videographers be like, yo, let me do an interview. I've tried reaching out to a bunch of people who aren't musicians, and it just hasn't come yet.
Yeah,
so
I would definitely slide on. You guys wouldn't even know when I slide unmasked, what they would know. They'd be like, everything from the neck down is the same.
And I'm like,
I think I've seen that body type before. But just so we could really get into it. But so the name Sandwich Boy, now I'm really the WOK persona. I'm trying to stamp that. I feel like I've been stamping that for a minute. Even this time around last year, I dropped a tape called Before WOK, just to like prep that like this whole
the WOK
shit.
name's been in routine.
I've been really trying to because my whole shit there's nothing to rush really, like
right.
Even like I thought about it like, okay, so far I dropped like an EP a year, and now like I have my first tape coming out this April. I don't know when the next one's gonna come out, but I feel like it doesn't even matter. Like let me just have this time now. Like I feel like now I'm entering into what I've been walking to all this time.
Yeah.
So it's been nice. Everything's kind of been like, it's been comfortable. It's almost like I've been building this shirt. And I've been sizing myself up each time for it. I've been like, all right, this shirt's gonna be the perfect fit. It's whatever. I'm getting all the right materials for it, and now I'm ready to like put that shirt on, and it's just gonna have it. It's gonna hang nice. It's gonna look nice. It's gonna be like, oh yeah, this was perfectly crafted for him.
Hell yeah! After all those years of stitching and weaving and.
But what else? The name, you gotta help me out here, man.
Name, image, aura, energy.
Image. From the jump, I knew I wasn't even like, I don't know, bro. I fuck with SoundCloud rap. I was raised on SoundCloud rap.
Yeah, I'm like, SoundCloud rap led us into where we are now.
When I first started rapping, I was like, all right, before anything, I have to establish myself on SoundCloud. I was like, yeah, that's just how it is. Like, I had friends who were making more alternative music or more like, and they were already making music for a couple of years, so they had this shit on Spotify. They had whatever shit. They were telling me like, yo, you gotta get on old platforms and blah blah. I was like, dude, the shit I wanted to drop. My first 20 songs were just freestyles from like YouTube beats. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, like that was my freaking, that was my bread and butter. Like,
that's the OG way for real.
The OG way. Like when niggas think about Sandwich Boy, I just want them to think like, yo, I don't even know. I always want to keep niggas on their toes. Like you know what I mean? I don't want them to know what they're gonna get, but they know it's from me, cause I feel like what you could get from me, you can't really get it from so many artists, especially 100%. What I'm doing as like a total, 100%, as like a thing. I feel like I'm not the only, but I feel like I'm in my own lane with the shit. And that's just how I like to freak it. So that for image, it's just swag shit. I don't even know. This is like a pretty calm fit. Like, however this is, I got some Christmas socks. Show the cam.
Real quirk.
Got the grippy, so you already know I'm fucking getting down and dirty with these. I don't even fucking know, bro. I don't even fucking know. And even like a little side note, I'm very like, I just realized I rarely say bitch in my raps.
Because you respect women.
Exactly. But no. I feel it's just like, that's the thing too. Like for who I am as a person, Sandwich Boi is definitely an outlet to get the more abrasive thoughts out there. Right. But I still put it in the lens of like, all right, chill. Like, I'm with the shits, but I'm not in the shit. or not in the shit,
Or like off the shits.
off the shits.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
So it's a cool lane because like, oh yeah, I like raging, I like geeking out, but like fuck, like like a decent person. Like I don't fucking know. Like I'm a regular guy. Like at the end of the day, I feel like that's always been like my shit. Just like I pull up on this rap shit. I kind of like how like niggas just kind of think like Sandwch Boi just crawled up on the earth somewhere. Like
Yeah.
fuck it.
Out of cave.
I like fucking caves. Just like yeah, I'm a SoundCloud rapper. Dude, I'm sorry. Name, image,
No, it's all good. Aura, energy.
aura, energy.
They're kind of like the same thing at the end.
Yeah, facts. I'm just gonna start rambling then.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't even know. I just try to show niggas what I'm about in the most plain way. At least in terms of like, yo, this is who I am.
It's like a less is more.
Facts.
I like that.
It's not so much. I feel like when you have I have my quirk. I put my quirks and everything on my sleeve. You know what I mean?
Real
So
shit.
It's like you see, like, okay, this is what this guy's about, and like niggas say it's weird. It's so funny because like not to say this is like meticulously crafted,
Right.
but like everything I do, it's very like I plan it out. We write it out. We have it on like Google Docs and shit like
Yeah.
that from before. It all comes the same way. Me just thinking about some dumb shit, but like we really like. We're technical about this shit,
100%.
but like we kind of like it where it looks effortless.
But you could, it's so cool because in all of that, you could definitely tell that you put that effort, even though it like comes out, like, because it does come out very, like, you execute it very nonchalant, like very chill. Like, if I didn't know any better, I'd be like, this guy's just casually doing this. But I could tell, like, as a creator,
Yeah.
that the effort is there. Hell yeah. And even then, I think the less is more approach works best for someone like you because you have the creativity just raw, like just there, you know? Like you don't need to spruce it up,
Yeah.
you know? So real shit. I also want to ask, I feel like we probably covered it probably in a past conversation, but where and when did the mask come into conversation or into the picture?
No, it's funny. This was like a couple months before I even dropped my first song. My brother got like a pack from the deli, 2 masks, a gray one and an orange one. At first, I was wearing it as a hat.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And one of these days, we took a flick and I put it on. I was like, yo, it was just tough. I was like, yo, this is like a cool thing. Like, I just started taking flicks with the mask. That was like the first shit. I was just taking flicks with it, some calm shit, wearing it as a hat. Just like, I feel like at that time, I never had an accessory that was really me. Like,
Yeah.
I really like, I didn't really have rings or necklaces too much.
Yeah.
But like the mask just kind of stuck. And when it came time to rap, I was heavy on like, yo, because I knew there was other shit I wanted to do. So I was like, let me leave the face for that and let niggas just fucking see this. Like, it's almost kind of like especially on some like plausible deniability. If like any of my family members like Pope, I was like, that's not me. Like,
That's not me.
how would you know if that's me? Like, this guy has a mask, you know. Me, I'm unmasked. But so it kind of like led into that. But now it's just kind of like just a staple. Just kind of like even now where it's like I thought it was gonna be a nigga in an orange ski. But I got some altercations with the shit. I really just let the shit like I treat the mask as shit. Because you gotta get the freaking like that distressed.
Yeah, you gotta earn your stripes.
You gotta earn your stripes. You gotta show niggas you've been in these streets.
Yeah, I was about to ask. You got the blue stitching here. I assume like it popped through the fucking eye
it freaking
thing.
ripped. I had like someone I work with. They freaking they fixed it for me.
That's
It was
dope.
cool. Yeah, she's actually super artistic.
That's gangster.
Yeah, that's dope. She like crocheted it. I was like, oh, thank you.
Hell yeah.
Freaking. So yeah, I feel like I also fuck with like MF Doom. You know, I really fuck with how he like had that mask as a staple.
His whole career.
His whole career. I
Yeah.
thought that was dope. So it's kind of just like my whole shit was like, yo, you always gotta stay true to the bit.
Right.
You know, so the
Right.
mask shit is like half a bit off of just like, yeah, like this is how I pull up. Like when you're really at these underground shows, you know, there's baddies, there's whatever shit, and then you got me just pulling up like, yeah, I'm Sandwich. It's like you gotta know I'm in it for the long haul. Like I'm in it to really win it. In it for the biscuit, bro. Because it's like I had times.
He said I pull up to the underground show, you know, the baddies are there, the bitches out, and I'm here like, I'm Sandwich.
Bro, like it's tough. It's tough. But I'm like, fuck. Like the aura. The fucking like I can't. It helps too, 'cause it just makes everything larger than life. It makes everyone just like, hey, like this guy doesn't give a fuck, so why should I give a fuck? And then I kind of just cultivate that vibe for whenever I'm like, when I'm currently doing my shit. I'm just like, yeah, like it's whatever shit. And I also, it's kind of nice. I fuck with having a separate thing going on with it.
Right.
I think like I never fully want to be Sandwich Boi.
Right.
At least in terms of just like, I think I do a lot of shit for it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like, it's something I could, literally taste the mask off. Sorry, guys. Something
we should put like a counter for every false mask reveal, just like ding!
Like you thought, but you know what I mean? I could take it off and I'll just be me and just be like, the other shit I be doing. And it's like, yo, everyone always says that you should blend it. I like, listen, if you go on my YouTube, Breadbox, BRED box, then you'll see. Then like that's when everything is kind of like, oh, okay, this is who he is.
Yeah.
So it's like it's there, but you have to find it.
Breadbox is a great channel. I
don't
love
make
that.
anything easy. Thank you, bro.
Hell yeah. You mentioned SoundCloud and getting yourself established on SoundCloud, and like when you were starting off, people mentioning like getting your shit on streaming. And I feel like it's like kind of opposite now. I feel like less people are on streaming because everyone realized like Spotify and all these streaming platforms don't pay you shit, and like it's a waste of money to spend fucking however many dollars on DistroKid or any distributor service. So how do you feel kind of being ahead of the game? Like you're like, yo, I need to get myself on SoundCloud. I feel like now everybody's like, fuck Spotify.
Dude, yeah, that really just came to that too, where I knew, all right, having it everywhere was cool. I think it also was like, I didn't want my first couple songs to be on streaming.
Right.
I feel like with SoundCloud, you really get the people who they're already out there searching for the random music, whatever shit. So you really get that tribe. You just like, I was there building my sound. They were there just catching the freaking one-offs. And like at the time, I was just like, especially who I was looking at as for inspo, I was like, all right, they all started on SoundCloud. Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm still trying to build that SoundCloud base. Even as like I'm kind of am dropping on old platforms, but I'm still like pouring out on SoundCloud, just freaking, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's
you drop
really
often on SoundCloud. I'm like, I'm not gonna lie,
I drop all the time. I came to the point where it's like, yo, I just stopped giving a fuck so much on like, oh, this hit has to be whatever shit. I'll promo it for 8 months. I'll whatever shit. I was like, yo, no one's stopping you. Like,
right.
There's no like, hey man,
restrictions or like limits.
There's too much tracks you've been dropping. So when I peeped that, I was like, oh, word. And then I started really recording at my crib too, literally on the phone in my garden shit, bro. Everything I dropped, I been FLINT. We also got to talk about FLINT. Those other 2 tracks old on my phone, just like real self-sufficient shit. And during that process, I was recording like 3 tracks a day from like August to November. I was recording 3 tracks a day. So I'm sitting on so much music that I just have to drop. Like it has to be somewhere.
Hell yeah.
Fucking SoundCloud. And like it's been cool. Like I feel like I have I definitely have my tribe that I would say like as a condensed fan base, the most consistent supporters are on SoundCloud.
I was about to say, like, anytime I drop music, like, it's probably almost been a year now, but anytime I drop music, and that's the thing, like, I'm very inconsistent. So, like, whenever I drop, I realize that SoundCloud is always, like, the best place for me to, like, feel, like, at least, like, secure in what I'm doing. Because YouTube, if you drop a song on YouTube, like, especially through streaming and, like, not with a visual, nobody's going to click on that shit. It's literally lost in a void of darkness. And in Spotify and Apple Music, it's like you have to be looking for you. But with SoundCloud, the fact that they have comments and it's like more like a social media than like a streaming platform.
They can find you.
It makes it like I've had like old white dudes be like, yo, man, this track is sick, man. I did how many years in prison. I get it, man. Fuck the system. And I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Fuck the system. Awesome, bro. So it's like, I love SoundCloud. And I think it's really dope that you like base yourself on there. Because I think like, again, like what you said, like the ears that are out there on SoundCloud, I think the style is there. Like what you do is what they want. You know
what I mean? So I just been I feel like I owe it to them too. Like, yo, I can't just like abandon them. Like I'm always gonna have stuff to drop on SoundCloud. Right. At this point, it's just like I kind of I treat certain songs differently. Like, you know what I mean? Like this tape, I've been working on these 7 tracks for months. So that's why they're getting a rollout and they're getting a whole thing.
Right.
But something like, something I record in the crib, I'm like, yo, what do you guys think about this? Yeah. I mean, it depends though. Because, what's it called? Like now, like when we get back to like FLINT and stuff like that, that was very like, it was in the crib, but super super intentional shit that I was trying to get.
You were
off.
getting more political in that track, right?
Oh,
like
yeah,
about like
yeah.
Flint, Michigan and stuff like that.
Dude, and it was a good point where like, especially when I made that song 2 months before the election.
Mm-hmm.
And don't get me wrong, obviously Flint's been going on for freaking
Like
a
over
minute.
like 15 years almost.
You
like,
know
for
what I
real.
mean? But I guess in terms of just like, I was feeling that vibe off of just like, nothing prompted as much as like, it was a one-off bar. The bar started, it was just like, yo, cup dark as Flint water, yeah, I'm drinking Michigan. But I was like, yo, I would be a dickhead if that was a one-off bar. So I was like, you know what? Let me talk about the system in the song.
Yeah.
And I said it before, bro. Yo, you inspired me for that to say, because you say real shit. I'm going to stamp it here too. Mikey really be trying to talk to the people, bro, for the people, by the people.
Yo, bro.
And I think that's very important.
I forgot you tagged me on that story and you were like, yo, shout out Mikeymcchoppa. Yo, he inspired me to talk about some real shit. And I was like,
bro, because it was real, bro. And I couldn't go without posting it. I was like, yo, the main reason I was like, yo, like, when I said the bar, I was like, yo, I should really talk about, like, you know, some political rap. I was like, just like Mikey be doing it, that shit all the time, and that should be awesome. So, like, I couldn't let that moment go by without acknowledging it. Like, you know what I mean? I
Thank
just
you,
feel
bro.
Like, yeah, of course, bro. You always gotta give niggas their flowers and just be honest about where you get inspiration from. Like,
I like that. Yo, real shit. Anytime that I get any idea from anywhere, like, I'm like, yo, shout out so-and-so, you know, because that's dope. Like, it's crazy. Like, I don't know. We all are creatives and we all have these ideas brewing in our head, but like nobody can replicate what you're thinking. I can't replicate what you're thinking. You can't replicate what I'm thinking, you know? So it's just like such a beautiful thing. Like, I'm glad that I could contribute to that experience in any way, you know?
that's one of my favorite songs I ever dropped. Because, like, even when I perform it, it's like, the lyrics are so real and raw that it's just like, niggas just feel it. And it's a light troll, but it's very just like, you know what I mean? Just fuck the system shit. I feel like that's something I want to get more into and just my overall vibe.
Right.
I don't know if the next track's going to be political, but I think, like, that's really what rap was, like, day one. Rap was about that. I feel like we've been straying away from that so much.
We
and
have.
maybe it's because, like, I don't get that many bands or fuck that many bad bitches, so I can't really rap about that all the time. I always been like, yo, I'm rapping about my experience and how I think about the world. So that's why, another thing too, I don't have to rap like the next nigga.
Yeah.
You got niggas I know personally talking about like choppers and freaking spinning on their ops. It's like, bro, like, I ran into you at like fucking Stop and Shop with your aunt looking for socks. Like, you're not, it's cool, it's okay. Like,
It's okay. And you could talk about getting the socks with your
yo, you
auntie.
can make that shit dope. That shit, I would fucking over a nice beat with my auntie getting socks. What you know, be? I don't fucking know. Maybe auntie sock rap. Is it that? Doesn't have that much
She
commercial.
asked me if I wanted small or medium. I said, Grandma, I wear a large.
Grandma, I wear a large.
It went from auntie to grandma.
Hey,
But
that's how it be though.
right? And also I wanted to ask about, because you mentioned Flint, and I also wanted to
Yeah.
ask about your other track, Fashion
yeah.
N-word. And like, I love that one as well. Talk about that.
That one was, I was tight. I was just like tight at just seeing like people who say they're like, one thing that got me tight was the whole like, oh, name like a fashion red flag and like, oh, skinny jeans, or what's a fashion red flag?
Yeah, what the fuck?
What does that even mean? Or like, what trend you hate the most? Or just like, and you know, they're wearing the same fucking oversized Balenciaga fucking bullshit, and it just got me tight. That was around the time too. Yachty was talking his ass about fucking just New York niggas got no swag and just whatever. Fucking
Yachty was also in his I'm not a rapper, I'm an artist.
You know what I
fucking
mean? And then it just got me tight. I just started like, I don't know why, that day before I made the song, I just saw so many like get ready with me and so many shit that I was just like, yo, like, fashion is expression. And I feel like the fashion people I know on Instagram, the fashion niggas, they don't, I don't know, I don't get that feeling from them. It seems very like just inauthentic. So I just kind of want to get back to, I always had compliments on my style, and like niggas are always like, I always think about a fit personally, but I never really consider myself a fashion nigga.
Yeah, I think, bro, my thing, like, number one, what I was gonna say is I think a fashion red flag that I could think of is like maybe a wife beater. But number two, I think whenever you have to proclaim that you are something, you're most likely not it. Like, you know, like to acknowledge what you are is one thing. Like, I'm an artist, I'm a podcaster, so you're an artist, you're a podcast, whatever the fuck, you know, whatever we do. But to be like, yeah, I'm a fashion, da-da-da. Like, bro, how are you a fucking professional in fashion? I wear clothes.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Like,
So that just kind of got me tight. So I was just like, yo, I don't have that many tracks. Especially that whole thing I was trying to do on those tracks
Yeah.
was talk my shit.
Right.
I feel like I've been really heavy on like, you know, some vibe shit, like oh la, 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 the ballads and whatever shit. But for this time, I really just wanted to talk my shit. So I just like, yeah, I loaded up the beat. I was just like, everything I was tight about with these niggas, like, yo, like shoes match your shirt. That ain't drip. You just a fashion nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like literally, like, just like that's really where it came from. And like I was just yeah, that really just came from like I really fuck with that whole WOK Boy vibe because it really just allowed me just to like get back into the rapping of it. Like I feel like I was really trying to like drill myself on like, all right, this is what rappers should do. This is like I'm trying to get into the real like art, like the craft of it. Like I feel like that was missing from my. Don't get me wrong, it's cool that you could vibe, drop a freestyle, that shit's lit. I was like, yo, there's definitely more I could do than just make some lit shit. Like I could really get in the bag, I guess. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, like really show off what you got in here, you know? And I like that track, man. Shoes match your shit. Yeah, that's hilarious. That's fucking hilarious. But damn, what was I gonna ask about next? Oh, so we talk a little bit about like the past and the mixtape and these tracks you've been dropping, fan mail, like all these things that are in the past now.
Yeah.
What do you got going on now that the mixtape is done? Like, is it really just like promo, or are you already working towards the next thing?
See, that's where now I've been focused on promo. Yes, my whole thing is like, okay, I never done a proper quote unquote rollout for something.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, this will be my first rollout. The fan mail was phase 1.
Hell yeah.
Now phase 2, I'm gonna get into more, just more focused skits, more just like. I got some like PSAs I got planned. I'm trying to work on. It's been just tough because it's been so fucking cold. So like no one's been down to do anything.
Yeah.
But I got something in the works with that. I've just been with the spring. I've been focused on shows, and more than shows, I'll say this as Sandwch Boi. I feel like this is something like that like he would just fuck with too. He being me is I'm really trying to like just get an artistic community together. And also, especially, bro, you know how like times are now.
Yeah.
I feel like we really need a tribe. Like we really have to like look out for one another.
100%.
Like it's cool to pull up, perform, and get lit. Yo, follow me on IG.
But there's like no real like keeping of togetherness.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, and that doesn't even mean we have to talk every day. We have to wear shit. But it's kind of like, yo, you know what's going on with this shit. Even my last couple shows, I've been trying to like at the bare minimum, coat food drive. Just like we started because it was like a Thanksgiving vibe, but then we're just like, yo, fuck it. Like we got all these people pull up with the fucking can and a jacket.
Pull up with something,
like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and we
and
donate
to, like,
to whoever local church on some vibes.
And even if you guys aren't, and then you guys don't have to talk every day, but you guys are like interlinked by this common effort that everyone gives a fuck about, And I say that all the time, like, or like even if I don't say it all the time, like I just believe it. I probably do say it all the time though. Like, music is mostly like it's about expression, but it's also about community, in my opinion. Like, very important about community, but like not in the sense of like, oh, community, so you can
Get my shit.
Yeah,
like,
or like, community.
post.
Yeah, or community so I can like, get my feelings out on the weekend because I was, stressed at work this week. But like also community to like make a fucking change in the world, Like,
Dude.
I think people really underestimate how powerful and influential they are. Like, it's such a small, like, little niche of anything. And any of these underground motherfuckers could take that 1% of effort, literally just post it on your story. Yo, everyone pull up with a coat and put it in this fucking basket we got in the back of the venue. And it could happen. But people are really just, like, selfish,
And, like, I can't knock it because I understand people just want to get lit.
Right.
And, like, I guess there's a certain, like, I guess you're helping people with that. They take their minds off of everything. But it just came to a point when, like, especially when niggas start throwing their own shit, I was like, oh, like, there's almost like a no excuses kind of thing. Like,
Right.
all right, we're bringing these people together. Like, damn, like, you know what I mean? At the next shit, I kind of want to have, like, resources available for people to, like, just something within arm reach.
Right.
I know it's tough. You see people post resources online. You see people, oh, this and that. It's tough because, like, you can't really, you get interactive with it only digitally. But I feel like, yo, if you have, like, community organizers face to face telling you what you could do for real, then it's like, yo, you can't really now it's up on you to take the effort.
Right.
And that's why I really want to get into it these next couple shows I got lined up in the spring. Bringing artists together, freaking getting a community going, and just like helping out whichever way we can on some like I'm saying the common shit just cause, you know, listen, the revolution won't be televised. I'm just gonna say that.
Facts.
Type shit.
No, 100%.
Type shit.
I've been feeling the rumblings, just like with everything going on in our world or even in our country, because the USA and the world are not synonymous, you know. But we've been having a very chaotic USA as of the last like 2 weeks.
I don't want to get political. No, okay.
You feel me? But like, I've been feeling it, you know. I'm like, yo, I gotta do something. I gotta make a song, or I gotta fucking talk more about shit on the podcast. So because what I realized is like, as an artist, as a creator, as a podcast or whatever, our audience is the youth, you know? Like everybody else who's as old as us or older than us are working 9 to 5s or working on we're working as hard as we're working right now doing this shit. I can't focus on every single thing that's going on in the world because I'm focused on my podcast, you know? Yeah. But a fucking little kid in fucking 6th, 7th, 8th grade or high school, you know, he's like a little SoundCloud rapper. He likes watching Cult of Personality on the weekends. And he's like, oh shit, free Palestine, you know, or like something like that. He's like, oh shit. And it unlocks, it gives you information. Episode 1 of season 7, me and Object were talking about Hawaii, or, you know, the American companies in Hawaii and in Puerto Rico and everywhere else, like Dole with the pineapples or Domino Sugar, and how these places pretty much enslaved the indigenous and Africanos of Puerto Rico and enslaved the fucking indigenous people of Hawaii and everything like that, and like, you know, legally slaved, not like slavery, like legal slavery. It's weird to this, you know, to the 1900s, and we were just having that convo, and I'm like, it might sound boring or it might be random, but
it's not lit, I guess, quote unquote.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like, fuck you. Like, I don't know. Like, if it's like, you know what I mean? We literally have this platform. Someone didn't know this shit. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know Domino Sugar and freaking Dole Pineapples was doing that specifically. Yeah. So even now, like, now I freaking know that. You
Trust me, I got Domino Sugar in my fridge. Every time I make a coffee, I'm like, my fucking ancestors are looking at me right now like, you piece of shit. Like,
but
yo, facts.
Yo, but like, and that's just how it is. Like, you know, we were talking before about not getting too preachy. I feel like that's why I want to do it like this, where it's like off rip. The setting already has these resources, so you could talk, you could do your music, do whatever shit, get lit, party. But it's like it's there. Right. That's really the main thing. I want
accessible.
It's there. We let them know it's there. And people who are really, you know, rolling up their sleeves in the mud, I don't even know how I'm trying to find. I actually even want to talk with you after this on, like, for community organizers and certain people. I know, like, you know, you're involved in a lot of, like, movements and shit like that. Just to really get
political activism.
You know, get everyone, you know, it's so easy to post some shit on IG.
Yep.
It's literally the easiest thing.
Yep.
And, like, I even found myself doing, like, all right, these are a lot of rants. And, like, you know, people would like it, be like, yo, facts. I'm like, yeah, I did a thing. Yeah. Like, it's literally not enough.
Yo, I was ranting on my Instagram story so much at one point that I was like, I think I just need to start, like, writing songs or something, because I'm, like, just, like, 20 slides of just me talking about something, and I'm like, you know, maybe I should, like, I like doing that, though, because then people swipe up, like, yo, facts, I didn't notice. Yo, facts, I was thinking the same thing, but I never would have said it, you know? And it's like, okay, cool. Like, I like that feeling, but it's dope just to use your platform for important shit. It sucks because we're in the age of Aquarius, so I really think that everyone's like kind of moving away from the I want to get lit shit, but there's always going to be people trying to like cope with what's going on now, and they're you know.
And it's like, listen, you could cope as much as you want. I feel like, you know, realizing the state of the world, it doesn't have to be a depressive thing,
right?
Because it's just as much darkness and whatever, greed and all that shit and evil is in the world. Same, like, you know, the hope and the freaking goodness and
There's
shit.
a balance.
So it's like, you just have to add to that balance.
Right.
And then, like, we just tip the scales in that regard. But it's like, it's all about, like, everything is so generational. So just, like, as you exist in your generation, just push the needle as you can.
Yep. And literally.
Like, that's really it. That's it's tough because, like, yo, my whole shit was like, yo, forget about all that shit, and like, this is what we're blah blah blah, like, you know. But no,
but Sandwich Boi's not in that arc anymore. He's in his Jimi Hendrix arc.
Sandwich Boi's woke.
Like, he's woke boy.
Cat's out the bag, man. I'm woke now. Yeah.
I love
this guy
that.
made me woke. So
I love that. I love that. I did it. I'm converting artists into wokeism. Yo, if the Cult of Personality could do one fucking thing for underground music, and if that's it, I will die happily tomorrow. Like, that's really it. I love being that influence.
Kid on like a Playboy Cardi beat talking about like police brutality. Like, that's how you know we made it, bro.
Yo, in fact,
That's
he's
how
like,
you know we fucking
fuck 12.
unfair. Like, just like, oh shit. He gets it. He's there.
He gets it. He's there. Yo, that would be fucking sick, bro. And I love that. And thank you for acknowledging me as a part of that. Like, in what you do, you know? Bang.
That's how real it is.
Facts. So, with these shows and stuff, like, you know, the shows that you're talking about in the spring or whatever, you know, what venues are you doing? Who's on the lineup? What are those looking like?
My whole shit before I threw any show, it was an idea we had a week before. We solidified everything. We're like, all right, we have a week to push this.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, I always just been like, yo, it's either lit or it's not going to be lit. We've been fortunate enough that for the most part, they all worked out, which has been cool. But now I kind of been in a more of a planned, throwing up some shit in a week or 2 weeks is tough.
Right.
So now I've been like in a month, like I'm putting the pieces together months before.
Mm-hmm.
So I got all the venues planned out. All of everything is now just like in a process. Like now the next phase, you know, February is reaching out, getting the artists together.
Right.
We got like now, even before this used to be a lot of like, I used to be by myself doing this shit, or I would have to bring up the idea to people, and like that's how we started getting the ball rolling.
Right.
But now for these next couple ones, I got my friends that are really starting to peep what we're doing, what I'm trying to do, and like, yo, they're really like, we're really trying to make some shit shake. And it's cool to have like 2 months and 2 or 3 months in advance to plan all this shit out. So like a lot of this shit is I'm reaching for the stars. I have like, I never let I have very realistic ambition.
Right.
I'm like, if it's possible and all I have to do is put in the necessary work, then I'll do it. I never want like a pipe dream like, yo, Rolling Loud and fucking August. Like, you know what I mean? But like,
Yeah, where it's like the chances are kind of out of your control for real.
I got some pebbles moving where like, yo, in June, if everything goes according to plan, niggas could low-key play Market Hotel.
That's gangster.
Awesome shit.
That's gangster, inshallah. Yo, that would be sick.
You're heard it here first. And you know what? Just because of that, with the freaking
Number 3.
Number freaking 3. But yeah, it's mostly just been playing stuff in advance and just trying to like, in the venues I've been reaching out with and working with, like I'm trying to take an advantage of, I'm not starting from scratch anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like my name at least holds more weight than it did, where I have people even trying to put me through. Like even today, I'm about to link up my boys on a fashion show, and he said, yo, you should talk to these people. Their dad's host a show you had. Like I was talking with them, like if you want to throw a show there. I was like, oh, like word, like thanks for even like thinking about me on some shit. Yeah. Like I'm trying to take advantage of any opportunity that comes my way. I take full advantage of it. That's always been my thing.
Real shit, yo. I like that, you know?
It's always been my thing.
Excuse me.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you know, let me think. So now we talked about past, present a little bit. We talked hella about the present, really political.
Yeah.
And now the future, in the sense of kind of just like, you know, other ideas for other tapes. Where do you see yourself, like in the sense of live shows? Are we doing merch, more videos, kind of anything that you could think of for real?
Now, my next project, think about me, because I've been sitting on this music idea for so long. So I have my next couple projects planned out. Not in terms of just like sonically yet, but in terms of just like ideas.
Right.
But my whole thing after this tape, I want to get back into producing. I've been making like beats. Yeah. I made like 11 beats so far. But for my next tape, I want to at least have 100 beats in the vault.
When do you start producing?
Probably like really early of last year. I've been so on and off with it. I'm trying to get more back on it. You know what? I'll play a freaking beat on fucking pod.
Hell yeah, play a beat.
This one's super synth heavy.
Prod Sandwich Boi. Do you have a
No technical.
No calls, no text.
In case you're wondering what my emotion was like. But you know, I've been fucking around like I don't want to call these beats as much as they're just like instrumentals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's been just like I really want to start making my shit from scratch.
Hell yeah, 100%. Like having full control.
Some synth shit.
Who's been producing your stuff like that isn't anything that isn't self-produced, you know?
Yo, listen. My first 2 tapes, which was crazy.
Yeah.
And this is back to why SoundCloud is fire. Some like teenage boy from Slovakia of
Oh,
all
shit.
places. Found my shit on SoundCloud. I was like, yo, let me send you a beat pack. And my first EP was beats produced fully by him.
By some
My second-
Serbian kid or some
you know
shit.
what I mean? My second EP was produced by him. He's been, and even on this tape, I have one track was produced by him. I'm not gonna lie, the Euro teens fuck with my music, and they be sending me beats, and like they send me like 80 beat
Yo, that's
beat packs.
gangster.
You know what I mean? So it's just like I really was like, just from that, people send me, and also another thing is, even from my first song, I always shout out the producer. I always try and find them on IG
Yeah.
and tag them.
Yeah, yeah,
I always
yeah.
try to like, you know, make some like
I would be putting their YouTube links in like my SoundCloud descriptions.
You know what I mean? It goes a long way where it's like, especially I have friends who drop on streaming for YouTube beats and they just kind of
Fuck him.
yeah, they kind of just take it. I was like, huh, like that's why I always respect the producer. Like I fuck with like I was, you know what I mean. So even in that case too, so they'd be sending me beats and shit like that. I always, you know, be posting, you know, send me beats to my shit. I have more beat packs than I know what to do with, but like at that point, it's like that's a cool problem to have.
That's dope.
But I'm focused for the future. I'm focused on like really starting shit from scratch. Whereas like before I start any song, it's gonna start from here, and then I might have other producers help me build it up. But like I really want to start from
You.
scratch. So
Hell yeah.
this is my 11th beat.
Play something.
It's called
It's called My Mix.
it's called Never Alone.
Lit.
No drums.
This shit's gangster.
Yeah, you're a real psychedelic dude.
Yeah, bro. I love me some synths. You know, I've been really just on the instrumentals, kind of like just the sound.
This is hella suspenseful. I feel like I'm like ready for something big and important.
You know what I mean? A lot of my other shit's been like, I like the video game kind of soundtrack kind of vibe, or some like Adventure Time walking music.
For real,
You
that's
know?
how I feel.
But yeah, that's what I've been on. And then also, I guess just I feel like after the tape, because with this tape, the post rollout too.
Right.
It's not gonna be a drop and stop.
Mm-hmm.
It's a drop and keep going. Which is something I appreciate from like Tyler Creator is saying that a lot. Like you post a link in the bio and then like, you know, people don't. Then after that, you don't even push it anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, that post rollout, like, you know, it's like, dude, I'm dropping this shit in April. I'm gonna have 3 shows for it in the spring. Summer, I'm just gonna have more videos dropping from it, and I'm gonna build our next tape. I want to be a better craftsman, better artist, because now I'm at the point where it's like, okay, for the people fucking with me, I want to give them like the same experience they get from their favorite artists, established artists. I want to give them that, like, yo, here's an experience for real for you. So I'm trying to get back to that. Heavy on just I would say this too. I'm trying, even the other shit I be doing, I want to take a switch over to that too. Where like next time you see Sandwich Boi, I'm gonna be a lot more shit. After the tape, cause this is the end of an era. This is the end of like this type of Sandwich Boi. Like I'm gonna be more serious, you know.
Hell yeah.
I feel like even it's just gonna come to. I feel like the maturity of the whole shit is just kind of matching where I'm at now too.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you know, mosh pits are cool and fun, but I think I'm like evolving.
I'm
past
Hemi
that.
Hendrix.
I'm freaking Sandwich Hendrix.
Man, yo, and what I like about you, or like, you know, your stuff, is that I feel like you always try to give that like effort and experience to your, you know, your fan base. Even if it's like I'm on some underground shit, it's like I'm gonna give you the experience of like a Tyler the Creator, or like, you know, like a big guy, because like you put in that effort that these guys who are like regarded as like artists, like misunderstood, like we don't even understand how their brain works, and you're just here like, I'm Sandwich Boi, I'm chilling.
Sandwich Boi, like here's
You know?
a tape.
Yeah. And what was I gonna say beyond that? Oh, another question I had, it's like a little less Sandwich Boi related, but will there ever be like a return of Really Outside podcast?
Haha. Listen, I'll say this. I talked to Phil about that not too long ago. Our whole thing was doing it in the backyard stopped being sustainable. So
Right.
we're just trying to find, he has a studio in Harlem. We're trying to figure out, even at his crib, where we're just like, when it's people we fuck with and trust, like, you know, you pull up and, you know, you're valid at the crib for the pod, we'll do it there. And we have other guests where like Phil doesn't want them to know where he lives.
Yeah.
Then we pull up to the Harlem stew. But I think I'm gonna say this: when it gets warm, we're gonna bring it back. And
Hell yeah.
yeah. It's a cool vibe really outside.
I wanna appear again on the Really Outside. Last time I fucking pulled up was like January 2023, dude.
Yeah, dude.
It was a long time ago.
A minute ago, but that was a great pod.
It was fun.
It's gonna come back. I fuck with Really Outside because it allows me like another, just like, I like not being Sandwich Boi a lot.
Yeah.
Like I like not having to like whatever shit like. Even I told you before, like this is hilarious because I'm just like I'm giving you guys listen, fuck it guys. Nah, bro. Like that's why I want to pull up without the mask. I feel like there's like the whole other wave of shit that I do. I always want to keep the central focus on Sandwich Boi when I'm doing Sandwich Boi shit, just to not be confused, but just to like aesthetic purposes, just like overall vibe of the shit. But it's cool on the podcast to just chill out. You know, with the homies, you're just talking. Just like I feel like as a rapper persona, like a certain shit. Like I know I should probably be more reserved with you guys. I shouldn't even be talking about some fucking woke shit like him. Like yo, like
nah, bro.
Yeah, but nah. It's cool. I feel like I'm stepping away from that shit too, where it's like Sandwich Boi is just gonna be a whole umbrella shit.
He's gonna have layers. He's gonna be a sandwich.
Exactly. Hey man,
You feel me?
Literally, like. So that's gonna be cool when the podcast comes back. Even bro, I'm not gonna lie, like I would even just want to be here when you have another artist that's just like a freaking co-host or like a freaking like I don't even know, like I'll be in the cuck chair and just like
yo, I would fucking have Sandwich Boi over here, fucking co-hosting Cult of Personality. I would love that. That'd be dope.
You know, but yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I really fuck with this too. Just like yo. I haven't yapped about my shit in a minute.
Podcasts are fun. Like
yeah.
I just like talking. That's what it is. It's really cool. And I like listening.
Yeah. I'm just doing like birthing exercises.
Aerobics.
Yeah, aerobics. It's fucking like physical therapy.
Yeah.
Like listen, you're gonna get past that accident. You're gonna be good as new. It's gonna be back on top.
You're gonna be good. Walk around with a cane though.
Yeah,
they got the lawyers looking for you. Your workers' comp is almost up.
Gotta get that insurance.
Yeah, exactly. Don't lift anything too heavy, pal.
Does he have a name?
Lena would know. I honestly forgot. Babe! No, it's okay. I forgot. But, anywho, I was going to say fucking workers' comp, fucking injury.
Workers' comp.
But, shit. Now we kind of talked and yapped a whole bunch. I feel like maybe I had another question, so I'm trying to give myself some grace. Oh, I get filled though on the sense of like having people over your house. Like whenever I do these interviews, this is in the front room of my apartment. And whenever I do these interviews and like I have like someone who I don't know at all over, I'm kind of like, damn, like I'm like this is crazy. I'm just letting a stranger in my house right now. You feel me? Like shit's hilarious.
I know you used to do the webcam, like the FaceTime.
The virtual shit,
yeah.
Those are fun. Whenever someone's in New York though, or like Jersey, like if they're close enough, I'll be like, pull up, you know?
Yeah, that's facts. You get I feel like if this was a virtual one, it would have been a whole different vibe.
No,
like
I'm glad
I tapped your knee like at least like 10 times throughout this pod. Like you know what I mean, you need that. Like
no, 100%. I'm really glad that we did this one in person. Like I don't think our chemistry would have been the same through virtual. Like we always have a good conversation, you know.
Facts.
But yeah, no, this was sick. This is dope, and like. I've been meaning to have it. Like, you know how many times you've seen how many times I hit you up to get this one done. Like, I've been wanting to get this episode.
I'm so sorry
done.
for baiting.
No, it's okay.
The countless baits.
It's okay. I've been wanting to get this one done, and like because I feel like we didn't give you enough time on the episode where we had like fucking 6 people talking for one interview. You know.
And that was cool too, where it's like, yo, that was even at that point, I didn't really start even consider this a career for real.
Yeah.
Until after my first show. And that interview was like a month after my first show. And like my first show was the first time I pulled up to an underground show, even, well, not really an underground show, but I guess like, at least as Sandwich Boi, I pulled up to a show and like, I'm linking up with other artists on some mutual shit.
Right.
So that was just a cool, like, you know, then I found out like, oh, there's even more to the tribe. Bro, I got Fiji is on the tape.
Oh shit, that's cool.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And that literally stemmed from me and her on the pod and like how we had like, you know, we had the whole freaking just like, all of us there was just a crazy thing for me. Cause I was like, oh wow, there's a bunch of other artists on their whole vibe, and we're here just chopping it up.
Yo, bro, and that's what I've always wanted to act as with any of this. Even like before the podcast, even just as a musician, I always just like to be like the web, or like the common person, you know, like the person who puts people in touch to make shit happen, you know. So like even like that's dope. I think that's really cool, you know. Thank you for bro, thank you for just being here and really like. I like that you give your flowers. You know, you're like, yo, Mikey this, Mikey that. I'm like,
yeah,
yo,
bro,
bro,
that's
who the
real.
fuck am I? You know, but like,
There comes a point where it's like, oh, certain shit would have not been certain shit if I didn't have that. If I didn't have the inspiration,
Right.
I mean, that's just a fact. Like now, even to like I said, the main two shits I'll really give you for real is Flint and the feature with Fiji. We made a great song. I can't wait till niggas can hear that.
and that's gonna be on the mixtape.
Yeah.
Okay, what other features you got on the mixtape?
Oh, I got my boy Nathaniel Blue. That's someone I went to middle school with actually, and like we were out of touch, and then like in our 20s we came back, and he was making music too, and we just been like on this grind ever since. He's on that. I got this other dude, Edak, someone I met through SoundCloud. We're like, yo, I hit him up. Some song came on of his.
Yeah.
I like found his IG. I was like, yo, bro, that shit was fire. And like, yo, we just been like, since then we've been featuring on each other's shits, like just back and forth on some shit. That's just been like a cool, like whatever kind of vibe. I got my brother. My brother doesn't even rap.
That's
He
dope.
put a verse on the tape.
That's gangster. I love that.
You know what I mean? I have some other dudes I went to high school with that raps. I threw them on there.
Nice.
Who else? That's really it. For this tape, I was really just like, this is the first thing I wanted features. I was like, okay, this is like a mixtape. Like, I gotta get people I know.
That's what I was gonna
that are
ask. I was
yeah.
like, so how many solo tracks are there?
Dude, there's
Or does
really
everyone
only,
have a
only
feature?
two.
Nice.
Only 2 tracks.
I like that. I like that about the mixtape vibe. That like it's supposed to feel not so serious, like an album. You know, like
Yeah,
focused
yeah.
on me. It's like supposed to be like a collaborative effort.
You know, I want to put the spotlight on different folks while still having that, like, just like you said, I'm the web that's connecting all of this is why it all makes sense.
Yeah.
You know?
Gangster.
So yeah, I'm really excited. This has been the most, like, I haven't been proud of a project as much as this. This is something like I have a lot riding on it, quote unquote, and even a lot that I'm putting on it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I feel like it's given. Like I feel like people are gonna really, if you've been fucking with what I've been putting out, this is that taken to like 10. This is like the highest I could get with that. That's why I have to revamp my whole shit after. I'm probably not gonna drop music for a little while after that because like now it's a whole new sound and a whole new like benchmark I gotta freaking set for myself. Where like since I dropped my first song, this was the tape and sound I was trying to make, and now I made that. So it's like, all right.
Yo, bro, I think 2025 is the year where like everyone locks in for real. I've been feeling it too myself. Like even doing the pod, I'm like, yo, bro, I'm like, I'm at like a point where I imagine myself being when I first started. You know?
Yeah. Once you could look back and like, oh, like I've been laying this path. Like I've been building this house for myself on whatever shit is like it's built, like it's building, like you're laying down the foundation. Like it's all about building upon the foundations, bro.
Right.
And we're just making that shit solid as fuck. And like now 2025, after a couple of years of whatever shit, we're just sturdy
Sturdy as hell.
sturdy and studded.
I love that. And so now,
Shit's like Grand Theft Auto 4.
yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah, bro. I got the PS3 in here.
Yeah.
I got Ballad of Gay Tony, Lost and Dan, and like the regular GTA 4. I'd be
Yeah.
hooked.
Bro, you play Arkham?
Yeah, I used to. I gave up at the Mr. Freeze mission.
Oh, man. If you still have Arkham, bro, I'll beat that shit for you, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I actually would demolish that. But no, yeah. I'm a huge Batman fan. That's
Fucking love
I'm not
Batman.
gonna lie. That's even came to a lot of my like aesthetic even kind of came around that too. Just kind of like how like you see like Batman draped in the shadows and like his eyes are like freaking blacked out. I'm not even lying. In another world, I would want this footage color graded to where my eyes were blacked out. But it's like fuck it. So we don't got even.
I could probably do it.
Yeah.
I could probably do it.
But yeah. But yeah, I fuck with Batman. In case
Shout
you
out
guys didn't
Batman.
know. Shout out fucking Bruce Wayne.
I love Batman. No, yeah, Batman's my favorite. You know, and Spider-Man.
Oh shit! I just peeped you have all these Funko Pops.
Yeah, I think I have Batman
Brian
up
Griffin.
there. Yeah.
Where? Oh,
Batman
freaking
down those two.
Dawn of the Dead, not Day of the Dead Batman.
Yeah, I got Day of the Dead Batman.
That's fire.
We got Hank Hill and Brian Griffin. And what else? Leatherface and all that shit.
Eagly, yeah. Peacemaker was fire.
Eagly. It's so funny because I know it's a show with John Cena and I haven't even watched that shit, but I was like, that Eagle's tough as hell. I'm gonna cop it.
Yeah, that was a tough show. Yeah, this has been cool though, bro. This has been like, shit. This has just been.
It's been lit.
Yeah.
We're gonna lead to the wrap up now, but before I lead to the wrap up, I want to ask you if there's like anything else you want to talk about because it is your interview.
I guess I'll say this, like, trusting myself has been like, I don't know, when I first started rapping, I didn't know what I wanted from the shit. I
Right.
had no clue. I was just like, yo, I'm gonna drop tracks on SoundCloud and see what happens. And yo, I performed at like shows. I performed in Jersey. I opened up for like some crazy artists. Made some like visuals that people really fuck with. I had niggas hit me up like, yo, bro, like, yo, this song has really been blah blah. I'm bumping this shit, like whatever. Like I didn't think that like the freaking like the shit I've been able to do.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was even like within like a shit. I didn't think I was again able to do it. So I would just say like, yo, it's been just a beautiful journey so far. I'm thankful for all the people a part of that shit. And shit, man, like I don't know, something in me just tell me to never stop. Like I just gotta keep on fucking like just keep on going. I feel like that's the only shit I could really do, and just
Real
see
shit.
where that shit takes me. Because so far it's been a pretty cool ride. I haven't even really been able to. This is my first time really even processing it. Like I'm sitting on a couch right now with a freaking teddy bear, like talking about my tape. Like I didn't think that shit was gonna. That's cool.
You know, yeah, bro. Like I get that. When you first start, you literally don't have any direction. You're like, I'm gonna just do this. Like it usually just starts like a hobby, or like you
Yeah.
know, like I'm fucking around. And it ends up taking you into so many places. Like, you know what? The other day I had like a same realization. I did an interview with some kid at not some kid. His name is Aaron, and he runs Studio 404.
Oh,
And
word.
it's a studio in
Yeah, Ardor.
Ardor.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Ardor. Shout out Aaron.
Facts.
And
I don't know why I did YVL.
and you know, I fucking did that interview, and we're in his studio, and I'm like, yo, this is a dope space. We're talking, whatever, and I'm just looking around. I'm like, man, this is cool, man. I never would have thought that my interviewing shit would get me into a fucking
Yeah.
studio and to do a fucking interview, you know?
It's crazy. The people you meet, like, I've met friends, I met people, I met freaking, like, it's just so dope, bro. It's just even just, like, performing a song and someone coming up to you, like, yo, where's that song at? I got it freaking, like, just like, oh, shit, like, is my presence affecting you in a positive manner?
Yo,
Like,
bro.
like, bet.
Real shit. Especially when I be like, sometimes I feel like I'm not even human. Like, I'm not even here. It's like, who am I, you know?
You
Like,
know?
not like, who am I, but what is this?
Fact.
You feel me?
It kind of reminds you, like, oh, I exist, and, like, I could, like,
Exactly.
you're out here. You fucking, like, people are hearing you. I feel like that's in every sense of the word. You know, you're being heard.
And recently, like, it's just been giving me the energy every day to, like, get up and do something. I'll wake up
Facts.
straight out of bed, take a shower, and I'm like, I'm ready to fucking conquer the day.
Let's get it.
You know? So, I just love the energy. I love the energy you bring to the pod. This has been such a good convo, you know?
Bro, literally, bro, like, I can't thank you enough for just, like, having the space for creatives is, like, it's so important, bro, because, like, we got to be able to just talk our shit. One thing I peeped on every pod you had on this, there's always a time where, like, the person can really sit back and just talk their shit, like, it doesn't even matter, like, your shit to talk is your shit, and, like, no one could take that away from you.
100%.
So that's just been
I love
awesome.
the shit talking. I love when people... It's not even like selling yourself or marketing yourself. It's just like, you know, I don't know. I guess there's so many spaces where we feel like unsafe to be this way, you know?
Yeah.
There's so many spaces where I feel like I can't talk about my politics, or there's so many spaces where I feel like I can't talk about really what I'm into, or even like fucking pro wrestling, you know? It's like anything. And on this pod, I am a conversationalist, and I'll talk about anything. You know, it's like, I don't know if I'm like the best guy to host a podcast, but I think like I have like a fair knowledge of the world to where I can have anybody here and we can talk about anything, you know? So I love it. I love it so much. Thank you for like paying attention that much, because it is like a conscious effort to like give people the safe space and to like really allow people to just talk about anything.
Need it.
Real shit. So now, Sandwich Boy,
Yeah.
we are getting to the end of the interview, and I want to know what you got going on the next day, week, month, year, decade, century, millennium. And it doesn't have to be music related. It could be what you're eating for breakfast tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, word. Listen, after this, I'm about to link up with some friends to go to that art show. Tomorrow, I'm shooting my music video for the tape. Listen, man, I've just been focused on trying to get my health up, trying to freaking inspire the youth as I can.
Real shit.
And, damn, bro. Trying to see the world, too.
Word up.
Haven't left this country since 2017.
What's your dream place to visit right now?
Dude, this year I'm trying to go to freaking Nigeria, bro.
Nigeria
My mom
sounds
just went there.
lit.
She came back. She's like, yeah, I got my entire family over there.
That's gangster. That's
So,
dope.
Definitely trying to see that for the one time. Real motherland shit.
I'm trying to see that through your Instagram stories or whatever,
Got you,
posts.
bro.
I'm trying to see it. Yeah, for real.
Bring
Motherland,
Sandwich Boy
bro.
to Nigeria for the one time.
Hell
see
yeah,
what
bro.
happens.
I love that.
So yeah, see the world and just be the world, I guess.
Be the world. That's dope. Man, Sandwich Boy, WOK Boy, Sprite Boy, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
It's been a great one.
You know what, guys, for real this time? Nah. Yeah, nah. Next pod.
Next
episode, I promise.
Word. We'll do it in another year or two. Nah, bro. Honestly, I'm really excited to see what you do in this next year because you're busy. And you know what? I'm excited to see what all of y'all are doing next year because this was the Cult of Personality podcast, and I'm your host, truly, Mikeymcchoppa. With us today again was Sandwich Boy, the GOAT. Thank you again. Thank y'all for being here for the last hour and a half or so. Who knows? Next week, check it out. We might be here. And love you all. Peace, love and hair grease. Gang. Up.